Welcome back to another video. So it is Sunday morning, it's about 11:30, so I've had a pretty chilled morning so far, doing things in a little bit of a different order today. Usually on a Sunday I get up in good time and do all of my work first thing in the morning, but what I've decided to do is actually move my work to the afternoon. So I'm going to train, go on a dog walk, and then get all my work done this afternoon, just because it gives my clients that are training today a little bit more time to send stuff through, rather than me then having to log back on later and do more replies. And it means I can just do a longer work block later without being interrupted. So training a little bit earlier today, not that it's early by any means, I think I was up about 7:30 today, so I've been up for a good few hours, got like a good chunk of food in considering the deficit I'm in and everything. But yeah, a little bit of an update on my cut. I was 88 on the dot this morning, which I'm pretty happy with. Not been struggling at all this week on my calories. I did think 1,700 calories was going to be me absolutely ravenous all week. Granted, I've planned my food out in a way that means I'm eating very high volume foods, using like a lot more fruits, veggies, like very lean cuts of meat, things like that, just to bulk out my meals as much as possible. So that has definitely obviously helped, and that is a key when you're in a deficit regardless. And to be honest, I do try and do that most of the time anyway, but I'm just being that extra bit of like extra proactive with my prepping and everything, and making sure to get extra stuff in my meals to just bulk them out. So I'm actually feeling really good. Hoping training feels good today. So far this week, training has felt great every single session. Basically just make sure to prioritize my highest carb meal before I train. And that's obviously all I can do right now. And then as soon as I finish training, I'll have another meal that has a good chunk of carbs in as well, and protein. It's really weird because my protein at the moment is like so much lower than what I'm used to. I thought it was going to be quite like a hard thing to adjust to, because I don't struggle to hit my protein normally, but actually there's been a couple of days where I've had to kind of have a little bit of a protein shake, like a 1 scoop protein shake, just to hit my goal, which I didn't expect to happen. But now I'm feeling good on these macros. Got another week before my nutrition coach is back from her annual leave. Well, I think she's back midweek, but I've got another week until my check-in with her. So it's going to keep going. 12,000 steps a day I have been hitting. I did go over on not Sunday, today is Sunday. I did go over on Thursday and did nearly 15,000, and then under on Friday, where I did about 10,500, just because I was really chasing my tail Friday. But that obviously evens out pretty well and still keeps me above the 12,000 average. So plan today is once I finish training, I'm going to just have some food and then go straight on a dog walk and probably be gone for a good couple of hours just to get my steps in before I then come back and do a good work block. It is hard when you have a sedentary job. Like, I have the luxury if I can kind of get up and walk around when I want when I'm working, take little breaks and stuff, but when you're kind of in the moment and just really, like, I get very hyper focused on things when I'm working as well, and it's very difficult for me to just stop and take a break and just like go away and do something else. So that is something that I do struggle with. So when I have a sedentary job, getting 12,000 steps in it's not super difficult. Like, I can do it, it just requires more forward planning and essentially just longer dog walks. And then if I need to, I'll just go on another walk like towards the evening, which to be honest will probably happen today. Because although I said I'll probably do about a 2-hour dog walk, I don't think that'll be very feasible time-wise, just so I want to get back and get some work done in good time. So I might do like an hour to an hour and a half. I don't know, that's not important. Anyway, deficit is feeling good. Back to 88 today on the dot, which I am happy with. It's definitely feeling more realistic now. I think I'm 6 weeks out. This is 6 weekends from now, I think. There's plenty of time. I'll be fine. I mean, it's not plenty of time, but it's enough time. And the rate of loss is pretty steady as well. So every few days I'm dropping like 300 grams or so, which is kind of about right. Like, it is a pretty quick rate of loss. Like, I wouldn't recommend this to most powerlifters doing a cut, but just because of the timeline I've given myself. But yeah, I'm feeling good for it though. As long as training doesn't take a hit, like, I'm not too fast. And I mean, if it does, and I really do decide that it's not worth doing the cut, then I won't. But I think we're in a good spot. And there is also the option as well, which I will speak to my nutrition coach about if I think it's necessary when she gets back, about like maybe for my week 4 of this block. So this is week 2, the last session of week 2. For my week 4, maybe we up my calories slightly, or just, you know, the last couple of days of the week before my primary SBD, we up the calories a little bit, just to give me that little bit of extra fuel. But I actually don't think we'll need to. Like, I do genuinely feel really good on this food. And although I love food and I like to eat a lot, I'm not someone that struggles on low food. As long as I'm timing my meals sensibly, planning ahead, have meals prepped, ready to go, so I don't let myself get overly hungry, and I'm kind of just eating consistently every roughly like 3-4 hours at most, I'm fine and I can function on this. So we'll just kind of see. But I don't think there's any other updates really. Like, there's not a lot going on. It's been a very, very relaxed weekend. Friday was just such a long work day for me. I had podcasts as well in the evening for the Sheffield previews. So I made sure to get all replies and stuff done. My inbox was completely empty by about 9:30 Friday night. Then I went on a nice long dog walk because I had like 8,000 steps to fit in. So Logged off Friday night with an empty inbox, which was great. And then yesterday, Saturday, I took completely off, and honestly, I just had a sofa day with a long 2-hour dog walk in the middle to make sure I hit my steps. But I literally did about 11,000 steps on that dog walk, so that was also good. We went on a little adventure like around different areas that we've not taken our dog to before, near ours. And yeah, very chill day yesterday, which I definitely needed. I'm feeling good, ready for another busy work week next week. But I do think the only way I'm going to survive on these lower calories as time goes on is through making sure that I'm keeping my stress levels down. Prioritizing sleep is obviously a non-negotiable, and just managing my workload a bit better and making sure that I don't have 1 or 2 days that are just extortionately longer than the others, like making sure to get everything kind of fit in place in a bit more routine. But one thing that I do find throws my routine most is podcasts, and just booking in podcasts because I want to work to the other person's schedule. A lot of the time they're either quite late in the evening or just like right in the middle of my workday that then pushes my workday back a little bit. And it is, as much as I love doing them and I don't want to complain about it, and I'm not complaining, that is the thing that I then find hardest to manage my schedule with. I haven't now got any podcasts booked in for a good few weeks. I have them filmed up until like the end or middle end of Feb. The only one I haven't filmed yet that I want to put out is the Sheffield recap, but obviously I can't film until Sheffield's done. So as long as I get a recap booked in at some point for the week post Sheffield, I will be sorted until the end of Feb. Now I do still intend to film some and keep a bit of a backlog, but I'm just really happy to be in this position where I now can do maybe like one every couple of weeks for a bit, and that will help me just keep calm and manage things a bit better. In terms of training today, so it's primary SBD. I haven't actually looked at the plan. It is only week 2 of the block, so it's nothing crazy heavy, but my goals for the end of this block are still ambitious and I intend to pace for them. I'm almost seeing it as more of a challenge and like a mental thing of like, I have to prove I can do this in a deficit, because these goals when I was like 90 kilos were still ambitious. To be honest, I haven't set an outright goal for squats this block. I have set a goal for bench. Haven't really set one for sumo, but I know roughly where I want to end up on all of them. So plan today on squats is I've got ascending sets of 4. The first one at an RPE of 4.5, then 5.5, and then 6.5. I'm going to take slightly bigger jumps this week. I've just been doing 10 kilo jumps on my squat ascending sets just because it makes sense. But I'm going to actually do 12.5 this week and kind of get back to doing like my normal 15 kilo jumps as the block goes on and things get a bit heavier. So I'm going to start at 140, then hopefully do 152. And then if that feels good, I'll go to 165 for 4. And then I've got a set load of 5 at 150. So that should be relatively comfortable. Nothing too crazy. I had it in my head I had squat 7s today, and then I realized that was my secondary day. So that's a nice surprise. I was really expecting squat 7s today because I just wasn't thinking. On bench, we have got a top double at an RP of 7.5. My coach and I spoke about pacing for this block for bench because we both, well, he kind of set the goal for the last week of the block, and it is ambitious, but pacing is going to be really important for this. So I did 107.5 last week. I'm not going to say the goal for today, but obviously if I hit it, I'll let you guys know. I'll show you guys what I hit regardless, but what I've got planned I should be capable of, no problems. Then I've got a set of 4, an RP of 7, and then 3x4 a set load of 90 is the plan for bench. And then sumo, pause single, an RP of 6.5. Now I did 160 last week and it was so comfortable. I would like to go up on that this week and just really focus on getting my wedge as perfect as possible and getting a really solid pause and just really start pushing those because they are supposed to be relatively heavy. Like my week 4 pause to sumo single is an RP of 9, so I really want to pace for something big on that week because sumo is really clicking right now and it's time to really start pushing, especially if I want to hit the numbers I know I'm capable of. So I'm just going to go in confident for that. Then I've got a set of 4 at an RP of 6, which I'll probably do around 155, which is 10 kilos on last week. And then 4x4 at a certain percentage drop, which I think if I do 155 will be 125. So nothing crazy heavy, but we're starting to build that momentum and I'm very excited to see how the session goes. I'm feeling, like I say, generally really good. I think the benefits of being in a deficit are that I have to absolutely prioritize my training, my nutrition around my training. Like I have no choice because if I don't, then I will start to see kind of a bit of a downfall in performance. So I am very stubborn and I am very adamant that this deficit will not impact my training and I will be fine. So I'm gonna stop talking now because I do want to get on in decent time and I will show you guys my heavier sets.
Let it go, 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 난 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold blood Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 기출들 꿈에도 I wasn't done 나만 빼고 넌 모두에게 참 친절해 배신감이 들어 단판이 태도 머릿속을 흔드니 ibuprofen 그만해 it's time to stop 승부욕을 자극하는 스타일 yeah. 알면서도 마음이 자꾸 내게 가 안만 빠져버릴까 If you want me back I'll tell you I'm sorry If you want me back I'll tell you stop trying Yeah, yeah, you got me Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl, you're cold-blooded Yeah, girl, you're cold-blooded I'm like frozen 뭐야 모두 stress은 gotta let it go 했어 소개팅 데이팅 어플 다 깔아도 보았어 반대가 끌린대 opposites attract Don't know about me and you yeah we fell into the cracks Yeah 갖고 너네 no cap 왜 나는 보여 what's happening 객관적일 수가 없이 이미 game white flag and wave it fast Yeah I'm leaving back but mine don't